Ben Wallace, you're an ally of Boris Johnson, are you not?
Yes, I am.
In fact, you were his campaign manager for the leadership in 2016.
I was.
How did that go?
It didn't.
So you must have a very good idea of how his mind works.
Well, I think after all these years working with him, I've as good a grip on his mind as anyone's likely to get.
So what's he up to?
Do you know what? I've asked myself that question many times.
Really?
Yes, many, many times.
But why was he publicly demanding more money for the NHS?
Now, I know you're going to say that this is all part of some coordinated plan for betrayal, but let me be clear, Boris doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Coordinated?
That too.
It did seem to be timed quite deliberately. The winter crisis is very bad, Tory backbenchers are raising questions about Theresa May's leadership, and suddenly Boris pops up briefing journalists about what he's going to do in a cabinet meeting. I mean, this isn't really about the NHS, is it?
Look, you all act as if Boris is duplicitous and shifty, but frankly, that's outrageous. You can't say Boris is a liar just because he said something that wasn't true. He didn't mean to lie. He was just repeating something he saw on the side of a bus.
Even if this is about the NHS, he's speaking outside of his brief and he's disrupting the cabinet. And he's set to do it again next week when he's going to set out his own vision for Brexit. How can this be good for the government?
Well, as a member of the government, I do wish Boris would stop it, but to be honest, he is doing a good job.
How can you possibly justify that?
He's doing exactly what a foreign secretary should be. Building bridges with foreign countries.
Not literal ones.
Okay, so the cross-channel bridge was a little bit loopy, but he always does stuff like this when he's bored.
Bored?
Yes, he only acts up when he's bored, or when he says he isn't tired when he really is.
How do you cope with that?
It's a tricky balance. You have to make sure he focuses, so you need to remove all shiny things from the office. And then you need to make sure he's doing things that he's generally interested in.
Well, given that he's mainly interested in ancient Rome, what do you suggest he does? Invade Scotland, perhaps?
Of course not.
Organise a lecherous bacchanal?
Boris has nothing to do with the President's Club.
Or do as the Romans did and commit a murderous act of betrayal on the leadership?
He doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Betrayal?
No, leadership.